In a world overflowing with noise, distraction, and endless stimulation, most men never realize what is silently being taken from them every single day. Their energy leaks slowly unnoticed until one day they wake up feeling dull, tired, and disconnected from their own potential. Something essential is missing, yet no one ever taught them what it was or how they lost it. Hold on, before we unlock the real power of semen retention, hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel. Link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines, become part of the movement. This is not a story about denial or repression, it is about recovery. It is about reclaiming a force so powerful that ancient civilizations built entire philosophies around protecting it. A force modern society has taught men to waste casually without consequence. That force lives within you, and it has been quietly waiting. Imagine waking up with clarity instead of fog, with drive instead of hesitation, and with an inner calm that does not shake when the world tests you. This state is not fantasy, it is the natural condition of a man who learns to conserve and direct his inner energy rather than scatter it impulsively. Semen retention is often misunderstood as simple abstinence, but in truth, it is a discipline of mastery. It is the practice of conserving sexual energy and consciously redirecting it into higher pursuits such as focus, creativity, ambition, and purpose. It is a shift in how a man relates to desire, power, and self-control. Ancient traditions understood that sexual energy is not separate from life force itself. It is the same energy that fuels ambition, sharpens intuition, and strengthens willpower. When this energy is preserved rather than constantly released, it begins to rise upward, affecting every layer of a man's being. Modern science now echoes what ancient wisdom already knew. Semen contains vital nutrients and biological resources designed to create life. When retained, these resources are recycled, strengthening the nervous system, stabilizing hormones, and increasing overall vitality. When energy is constantly drained, the body enters a survival mode where confidence fades, focus weakens, and motivation collapses. But when energy is conserved, the opposite happens. A quiet power begins to accumulate beneath the surface, waiting to be expressed through action. Every thought, emotion, and action carries a frequency. When a man indulges in constant gratification, his frequency becomes scattered, unstable, and reactive. Semen retention gathers this scattered energy and consolidates it into a single focused direction. This shift in internal state is where abundance begins. When your energy becomes coherent, the world responds differently to you. People listen, more opportunities appear more naturally, and resistance seems to dissolve without force. What many call luck is often alignment. It is the result of being mentally, emotionally, and energetically prepared when opportunity arrives. Semen retention sharpens awareness, making it easier to notice doors others walk past blindly. With heightened awareness comes intuition. Decisions become clearer, reactions slow down, and confidence replaces doubt. From the outside, it may look like fortune, but internally, it is preparation meeting opportunity. Discipline is forged through resistance. Each time desire is mastered rather than obeyed, self-respect grows. This self-respect becomes the foundation of long-term success because a disciplined man trusts himself under pressure. Delayed gratification rewires the brain. Instead of chasing quick pleasure, the mind begins to value long-term reward. This mental shift alone separates those who build lasting wealth from those who remain trapped in cycles of effort and exhaustion. As retention continues, the nervous system stabilizes. Stress hormones decrease, while focus and calm increase. The body enters a state of readiness, rather than reactivity, allowing sustained effort without burnout. Confidence emerges naturally, not from performance but from inner alignment. When you know you are disciplined, you carry yourself differently. Others sense this without explanation and respond accordingly. Energy conserved becomes energy available. More energy leads to more action, and more action creates momentum. Momentum attracts opportunity, because movement invites collaboration and growth. Sexual energy is creative energy. When redirected, it fuels innovation, problem-solving, and originality. Ideas flow more freely, and execution becomes sharper, setting you apart in competitive environments. Charisma is not learned, it is generated. When energy is high and centered, presence becomes magnetic. Conversations deepen, connections strengthen, and doors open through simple interaction. Resilience grows alongside discipline. Challenges no longer feel overwhelming because the inner reserve is full. Each obstacle becomes training rather than threat, reinforcing confidence and adaptability. Throughout history, disciplined men have quietly understood this principle, not through belief, but through experience. By transmuting desire into purpose, they achieved clarity others could not access. The true power of retention lies not in isolation, but in contribution. When energy is abundant, generosity increases, leadership strengthens, and impact expands beyond personal gain. Spiritually, retention aligns the individual with a higher sense of purpose. When inner conflict dissolves, direction becomes clear and actions feel guided rather than forced. This alignment attracts abundance because abundance responds to coherence. When inner values match outer actions, resistance fades and progress accelerates. Retention is not easy because growth is not comfortable. Urges test, commitment, and pressure exposes weakness. Yet these moments are the very forge where strength is built. Each challenge overcome reinforces identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who does not collapse under impulse. Progress compounds quietly. Days turn into weeks, and weeks into transformation. What once required effort becomes natural and sustainable. The journey itself becomes rewarding. Rather than chasing outcomes, satisfaction comes from mastery of self. Health improves as energy stabilizes, sleep deepens, posture improves, and physical strength increases without obsession. Mental clarity sharpens, allowing better decisions in business, relationships, and personal development. Wealth follows focus. When attention is no longer scattered, productivity increases and opportunities multiply. Abundance is not forced, it is attracted. It responds to consistency, confidence, and clarity of intent. As results appear, belief strengthens. This belief fuels further discipline, creating a positive feedback loop. Others begin to notice the change. Not through words, but through presence and consistency. Inspiring others becomes inevitable when transformation is authentic. Retention becomes a lifestyle rather than a struggle. It integrates seamlessly into daily habits and values. Set intention clearly because direction determines outcome. Know why you walk this path. Replace old habits with practices that support growth. Movement, reflection, and discipline reinforce retention naturally. As this path unfolds, you begin to understand that Semen retention was never about suppression, but about sovereignty. It is the moment a man realizes his energy is sacred and his direction matters. When desire no longer controls your choices, clarity replaces confusion, and intention replaces impulse. From this place, life stops feeling random. Patterns emerge, timing improves, and synchronicities increase. The same world exists around you, yet it responds differently because you are different. You move with patience, speak with certainty, and act without desperation. This calm authority becomes your silent signature. Abundance arrives not as luck, but as consequence. Opportunities recognize preparedness, just as wealth follows discipline. Health strengthens because the body is no longer in constant recovery. Confidence deepens because it is built on self-mastery rather than external validation. Most importantly, you regain trust in yourself. You know that when pressure rises, you will not fold. When temptation appears, you will not betray your future. This self-trust becomes unshakable power. This is where the journey truly begins. Not when results appear, but when identity changes. A man who governs his energy governs his destiny. And from that place, everything else follows naturally. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Mindfulness becomes essential. Awareness of thought prevents unconscious relapse. Patience anchors progress. Transformation unfolds on its own timeline. Over time, retention elevates every domain of life without force. Abundance, luck, and opportunity become natural expressions of alignment. You no longer chase success because you embody the qualities that attract it. Energy becomes purposeful rather than reactive. Life begins to feel cooperative rather than resistant. This is not about perfection, but direction. Retention restores what was always yours. The power you seek has never been outside you. It has only been waiting for discipline to unlock it.